Good morning, everyone. It is Friday, May 1st, and this is Gentle Yoga with Sarah Little. Here I am. Glad you're all here. We're in a slightly different location today. A little quarantine change up. Hiya! And so I'm going to get a little set up. We had a moment of school crises, so I'm going to be shifting around into this space. So let me arrange some things as we get going. Find your mat, find a blanket or a towel that you can use, and let's start seated. We're going to do a Kundalini style warm-up to get going. I'm spreading out my mat, moving the chairs, doing all the things I usually do before we get together. Okay, here goes. I feel very fortunate that we have so many different locations in our house that we can film from. Okay, here we are. Send your bottom down and let's do sort of a Siddhasana pose. So in Siddhasana, let me shift the camera a bit. In Siddhasana, you have your feet, your heels closer to your pelvis. So it's a little bit this way. And if you want to, you can stack the heels, but that's neither here nor there, okay? So if things are really tight and your knees are coming up high, sit taller on things, grab a towel, grab a phone book. I've got a phone book over here. Phone book, people remember those? You can sit on a phone book. And do your best to let your knees fall down towards the floor around you, okay? Let's go ahead and close the eyes. Oh dear, all of my various things are not working today. Imagine. We should be connected now. Okay, here we are. Send your knees down. Send your ischial tuberosities down. Let your hands rest in your lap. Feel the temperature of the air on your exposed skin. And then feel the way your clothing is touching your skin. And notice whether you feel held by your clothes or sheltered. Just notice how your clothes are defining your personal boundaries. Let's work on getting that spine to go longer. So really draw the tailbone down, lift the low belly up, draw through the center of your chest. Bring your neck back, press your hands together in front of your heart. Inhale. And exhale, bow your head. Whatever your reason for practice today, recognize that now. And send a little burst of warmth out to all of those other people joining you in yoga practice. A little mental hug to everybody on the other side of the screen, doing the same things that we're going to do together. May we feel each other in spirit, if not in presence. Release your hands. Eyes up, eyes open. Let's move. Hands on your knees. Thank you for joining me. Shift forward on your inhale. Exhale, round back. We're going to move around in these circles. We're going to move around in these circles for about a minute. Inhaling forward, exhaling, rounding back. So because we have a minute, you've got lots of time to explore where your body wants to go, where initially things are feeling resistance or where initially things are feeling really yummy. And you might feel your skin moving along the inside of your clothing and just waking yourself up to that moment. Excuse me, you might be feeling your breakfast riding around in your body. Maybe what you just drank. Shifting around, finding just movement and claiming movement. I love the work of Annie Adamson and her conversation about that all movement is human movement, and it doesn't belong to any teacher. It doesn't belong to any one practice. It belongs to all of humanity. And so if it's a movement that your body can do, claim it, use it, own it. It is your birthright to move your body. I'm going to come off of my phone book here. The tight corners are bothering me. You're going to go around 3 or 4 more times, and then we'll reverse directions. Go ahead and reverse out your directions. Inhaling as your body moves forward, exhaling as you move back, and just letting yourself mobilize. Maybe as we're working in this way, you start to feel stuff happening higher in your spine. So initially, this is a lot. It's called Sufi grind in Kundalini Yoga. And it's just this movement in the low, along the low parts of the body, right? In the Mula Bandha. But it's really great for developing our connection to the earth, our connection to the physical presence of the body. But as we get warmer, lower, we start to feel more activity higher. And so letting yourself have those things, have that moment of like, oh yeah, my chest and shoulders suddenly feel like they're in this movement with me. Maybe they do feel that way. Maybe it's still a little quiet for you. Keep going. Inhaling forward, exhaling as you round back. And then come upright and feel the long line of the spine. For a moment, drawing it towards neutral. So you're thinking about hugging the front parts in and moving the back parts forward. So there's this movement to the center of the body. Notice which shin's in front. Release your legs out, recross your shins, and you can come towards that Siddhasana pose, that heels in line with the line of the pubis. But if that doesn't feel good to you, an easy pose will work. Inhale forward, exhale round back. So we're coming now into spinal flexion. And you might close your eyes during these exercises just so that you're moving your awareness into the interior of your body. One of the gifts that yoga gives me is this invitation to feel what's on the inside. You know, so much of the time I'm using my eyes, I'm looking around, I'm seeing what's in the world, I'm making judgments about whether something is working or not working based on how it looks, you know, clothing, or how the kids are behaving, how that looks. And, but during this time period, we really are interested in how it feels on the inside. Does what we ate before practice feel good now as we're practicing? Do the clothing we're wearing feel good in the moment? Does the interior of the body enjoying how we're moving? So it's okay to close the eyes, maybe even roll them to the third eye center and draw yourself into this moment of deep interior space. If you're not comfortable with your eyes closed, that's okay too. But giving you that invitation to turn within, to feel. Pause. Feel your spine now. Feel the front and back body. Bring your hands to your shoulders, fingers in front, thumbs behind. Roll the shoulders back, and we're going to lean side to side. Typically, we inhale left and we exhale right. But as long as you're inhaling and exhaling, that's the important part. And with these ones today, we're going to move a little bit faster. I'm more concerned with building heat inside the body than I am with how technically fabulously you're moving. But it's always useful to my body to think about getting the shoulder blades onto the back, to think about moving in the lateral plane right now, moving in this space of keeping the spine from going forward or back as I'm going side to side. Again, maybe closing your eyes, letting them roll to the third eye center, just letting things get a little fuzzy. So you're feeling what's happening in the interior of the body. I love this kind of warm-up because it invites us to move the spine in all directions. Come upright, lower those shoulder blades, and we're going to twist side to side. Again, you can inhale as you go left and exhale as you go right. And you are welcome to move as quickly or as slowly as your body is inclined to go. So you can really whip up the energy. But you also want to be aware, like if you're getting some tweaking sensations in your low back or things are just, your breakfast is really present. Sorry, obviously my breakfast is really present because I brought that up 3 times now. But if you're just really in some internal space, you may not want to move really firmly. You might want to be thinking about moving really deliberately. Start to bring yourself to neutral. Keep your hands right where they are. Lower the heads of the shoulders, and we'll do an upper spinal flexion. So as you inhale, we're going to sweep the elbows up and open, and then exhale and round. Take your elbows towards your belly button. Inhale up and open. Exhale, round, and take your elbows to your belly button. Inhale up and open. Exhale and round. Keep moving. Be really aware of how you slept, of how your neck is feeling, about all of the upper body sensations, and be available to slowing down or speeding up given the information that comes to you. So if all of a sudden you're feeling really tense or your neck is really not loving it, go ahead and move slower. If you're feeling really impatient with slow, well, heck, go faster. The big part is to move here, is to start to bring the energy of the spine a little higher. A lot of the times, particularly when we're in weird situations, the body is hanging out in this sense of we must stay safe, we must stay secure. And so we're kind of going into hiding. And so the energy stays really low in the body. It stays in fight, flight, or freeze. And we've been doing a lot of freezing recently, right? So we really want to invite the energy, make spaces mobile, upper, higher in the body, so that the idea of blooming, even if we're blooming in place, is there. Inhale, come upright. Keep your hands right where they are. Exhale, empty out. And let's do a little mula bandha. So draw the muscles of the low body, the base of the body, up, and think about pulling them in. Little mula bandha. And then release. Take a few breaths. Notice how your body's feeling now. And let's move into the next space. So try to keep your shoulders really level in the earth here, with the earth, and we'll take the head side to side. And as you're going side to side, I invite, anytime we move into the neck, to think about elongating before crunching, right? So really lift up, think long, long, long throat, and then take your right ear down. And inhale, lift up, long, long, long throat. Exhale, other ear down. So the chakra theory of yoga says that we have at least, at minimum, 7 circles of energy that are sort of like developmental phases within our body. And the first one is that energy of fight, flight, or freeze. And the second one is the energy of creativity and of water, of being able to make choices. Drop your chin towards your chest. And then roll your right ear towards your right shoulder. And then drop your chin back towards your chest and roll your left ear towards your left shoulder. And we'll do these half circles a few times. The next energy space is around the navel point, and it is all about willpower, about the get up, get things done, digest, do. It's also intimately involved in sexual desire, because the hormones for that are living, the hormone producers for that are right in the belly. And it's involved in some brute force, like anger can live right there. A couple more times with the neck. And then we come to the heart center, right? That is connected with the heart and the lungs and the protective casings around the heart, the pericardium. And this is a space of connecting to others, of getting beyond sort of the animalistic survival of the lower body and looking around and looking for that connection, finding people to share our space with, to share our practices, to share our love, to reach out towards. And then the fifth space, the space of the throat, is all about connecting with our words, with our own needs, with the flow of the mind to the heart, the connection and communication within the body, but also communication with others, right? This is our voice. This is where we have flavors and tastes and preferences. Let your chin fall all the way to your chest. Lift up the rest of your spine. So sometimes when we let the head drop, the rest of the spine wants to droop too. But let's pick up the belly button, pick up the center of the rib cage, draw the shoulder blades back, and try to lift the back of your throat higher. Exhale. And then inhale and lift your head up. Let your eyes come open. All right. We're going to continue on with a little bit more arm work. Let's switch the cross of our legs because we've been there in a bit of a moment. My right leg was in front of my left, so I'm going to bring left in front of right. But you do the one that you haven't been doing. And let's get a little bit more into the arm space. So we're going to make fists with the hands, and we're going to pull back. And then we're going to cross in front. And I put my right arm in front of my left. Pull back. And then punch overhead. Okay. Pull back. Left over right. Pull back. Overhead. So you can keep going at this slower pace. Pull back. Right over left. Pull back, fling overhead, or you can start to build a little speed as you're going, okay? So we're just finding this movement. And you might notice that one arm is taking the monster of the which one goes over. So be aware of that and see if you can remember to switch between sides. So a lot of yoga is concerned with getting the energy out of the selfish places, out of the am I safe, am I secure, can I reproduce, do I have enough food, and getting to that place of can I connect to others, are my ideas clearly expressed? Do I have intellectual and emotional spaces that I share? And can I be connected to the whole world, not just to the other humans involved in life, but to all of life, right? The whole space, the idea of life and death and how we are, what is our legacy in the way we are living. Let's do a few more. And then just stop and see how that feels, right? For me, that generates a lot of feeling into the chest, into the throat, and even up into the head. So I can feel that I'm getting out of sort of those baser spaces and getting into a little bit more of the space of connecting to the outside world, being able to look up and share a smile. Okay, continuing on this trajectory, let's go ahead over onto hands and knees. I'm going to come into your viewfinder there. All right, and I'm going to inhale, cow, exhale, cat. Inhale, cow, exhale, cat. This is another one we're going to spend some time in. So give yourself time to really embrace it, yeah? We want to move the whole spine. Feel everything going. Everything everything from the very smallest tip of the tailbone to the very smallest connection back to the skull, to the crown of the head. Everything having a role in our movement as we inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. Let's come to neutral. And I'm going to walk myself out into a puppy dog pose. I'm going to move a little bit this way so I think you can see more of me. And I'm going to take my hands out forward and drop my forehead towards the floor. Press down into your finger pads. Reach, 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 reach. Think about growing long through the finger pads. Lift your forearms up. Lift your upper arms up. Draw. And then pull your chest forward as you're drawing the shoulder blades onto the back. Lift the low ribs. Push your tailbone back. And breathe. We're going to give ourselves at least 5 more breaths here. If you're feeling like you'd like to journey onward, I invite you to shift your chest forward, tuck your toes under, and shift yourself back towards a downward facing dog. In this first down dog, and it may be our only down dog today, I don't know, we'll have to experiment. Think about keeping your knees bent and pressing your chest towards your thighs. Then grow the inner groins back as you're reaching the crown of your head forward. So you're making this long, long stretch through the spine. If you're in down dog, walk your feet towards your hands towards your feet. If you're down in puppy dog pose, walk your hands in, tuck your toes under, lift your knees off, and see if you can get yourself towards a bit of a forward fold. Hands are going to come to your hips, and let's come on up. And then, I'm going to have to readjust my image again. So I want to do some half sun salutations. With the half sun salutations, sorry. All right, our whole community of 4 today. Here we are. With the half sun salutations, we're going to inhale and reach up, and then bend the knees, exhale, fold forward. So make sure you have enough space between your feet that you're not challenging too badly your hamstrings, okay? So the backs of the legs, anywhere along the backs of the legs, not just the hamstrings, the backs of the thighs. And then we'll put the hands on the shins or the thighs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold in, hands to your hips. Inhale, come upright, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. And we're going to do that about 3 times. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend your knees, fold forward, chest to your thighs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, hands to your hips. Inhale, come upright, reach up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold, bending at the knees. Inhale, halfway lifting. Exhale, fold, hands to your hips. Inhale, come up, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, expand the ear energy up and down. Exhale, hinge. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Place your hands on your hips, rise all the way up, reach up. Exhale, hands towards heart. One more time. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold again. Press down into your feet, rise all the way up, reach up. Exhale, hands to your heart, and then release your arms by your sides. So we're going to complicate things, and we'll see how we do. Again, I'm going to try the image world, okay? Work from the inside, right? So we're going to complicate things by adding a step back. So I'm going to start at the edge of your screen there. Here we go. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend your knees, fold it forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, take your right foot back. And then move a little bit in this space, just rocking a little side to side, which is really forward and back. And then here, we're going to bring the hands down all the way and step the left foot back to meet the right. Bring your knees down, and let's walk towards puppy dog pose. Walk the hands up towards puppy dog pose. Couple of breaths there. Bring your hands in. Now we're going to bring the right foot forward between the hands. So you might need a reach back to swing that bad boy through. It may come part way. You guys watched Lance yesterday. It may come part way, and then you grab it and move it through. Fingertips press down, and see if you can straighten your back leg out. And then we'll just rock a little forward and back. So this is moving us more towards a classical sun salutation. Again, these are exercises to move the body, to just get the heart rate up a little bit, to get warmth in the body, to start to feel lively throughout. Go ahead and step your left foot up to meet your right. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend your knees, hinge at the hips. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands down, left foot back. Let's try dropping the left knee down and extending the left leg. Dropping the left knee down and extending the left leg. Dropping the left knee down, extending the left leg. Bring your hands flat to the floor. Step your right leg back to meet your left. Inhale. Exhale, put your knees down and push your hips back so you're coming into puppy dog pose. 3 breaths. Feel what's happening on the inside of your body. Any build of heat, any awareness of sensation. Shift forward, hands and knees. The left foot went back, so the left foot's going to go forward. Reach back on your inhale. Exhale, draw the foot as far as it comes. Grab your ankle, pull it through. Then we're going to try this lift of the right knee and then the lower. Lift of the right knee and then the lower. Lift of the right knee, inhaling, exhaling and lowering. Inhale, lift, exhale, step forward. Lots of space between your feet, at least 2 fists. Exhale, fold, hands on your hips. Inhale, rise up, reach up, and I really am on the edge of your screen. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Right foot is moving, exhale it back. Let's drop the right knee down, unless that doesn't feel good, okay? If that doesn't feel good, keep it lifted. And then we're going to see if we can bring the hands up to the left thigh, okay? Draw your right hip forward, left hip back, and maybe creep the hands a little higher. So you could stay down, or you could have knee lifted. Either is fine. We'll bring the hands back towards the floor. Step to plank. Lower the knees. Press the hips back. 3 breaths in the middle. Come up, hands and knees. Right leg reaches back. Exhale, it gets part way there. Grab that ankle, pull it through. Come, either leave your left knee down or take your left leg off, whichever works better for your body. Bring your hands to your forward thigh. Right hip is moving back, left hip is going forward. So whichever works for you, knee down or knee lifted. Get that hugging sensation. So you're building stability. Bring your hands down, step up, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold in. Shake your head out. Oh. And then let's come all the way up. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, release your hands. We're gonna add one more complication and then we'll let the sun salutations go. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold towards the floor. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, left foot this time. Left knee goes down or keep it lifted. Then see, maybe the hands come towards the forward thigh. Maybe the arms come all the way up, okay? So the back knee can be down or the back knee can be lifted. High lunge or low lunge. Inhaling, exhaling your hands down. Inhale towards plank. Knees go towards the earth. Press your chest back. Puppy dog. Feel what it's like on the inside of your body. Shift forward, hands and knees. Your inhale takes your left leg up. Exhale, pulls it through. It gets part way. You grab it. Frame your forward foot, your left foot. Tuck your right toes under. We're either coming up, knee on the earth, or coming up, knee lifted. Let's see if we can reach the arms up. Inhale. And exhale. One more breath. As you exhale, hands come down, feet come together at the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold in. Press into your feet, hands to your hips. Rise all the way up, reach up. And then exhale, hands to heart. All right. Turn towards the long edge of your mat. And let's step the feet wide. Shift around in your hips. And we're going to take a forward fold space. And then I want to come into a series of back bends. So we're going to check that space out. Okay? Roll through your feet so you really find heels and toes. I'm coming up on my toes and rocking back on my heels just to find the space of the feet. Spread out through the toes, reach out, send your tail down, take your rib cage back, why not? Inhale, reach up, soften your knees, exhale, hands can come to your heart as you fold forward. Place your hands on the floor below your shoulders. Roll the shoulders back. And let's just eke it towards a deeper fold. Bend your knees. Inhale, lift your chest forward. Exhale, bend your elbows. Inhale, lift your heart up. Maybe you take your legs straight. As you exhale, soften the knees, bend your elbows. Inhale, take your legs straighter. Arms straight. Exhale, bend, soften elbows, soften knees. Maybe on this one you're going to say, oh, I'm going to try to keep my legs straight. As I exhale and bend my elbows, dangle your head. See how things feel on the inside. So with this invitation to keep the legs straight, is that feeling like an honest stretch in your body, or is that feeling like a lot of tension? If it's feeling like a lot of tension, you back out of it by bending your knees. If it's feeling like an honest stretch, grow more into your toes. Push your calves forward a little bit more. Draw the fronts of your thighs, your quadriceps up a little bit more. And push back. Press down into your hands. Inhale, lift up. Bend your knees, take your hands to your thighs, climb all the way up, nice job. And then let's bring the feet towards one another. So I want to go into some back bend spaces. Let's do a little bit of back bending standing, and then we'll come down to our bellies. Okay, so I've got my right hand towards the wall. Maybe you have your hand in a chair. Anything that's not going to move, right? Right foot, lift your toes up, grow them forward. Think about lining up with your kneecap. Left foot's beside the right hand is to your wall. Bend your left knee. Think about hugging the knees together. Make sure that your weight is even and that your hips aren't cocking, right? There's this sort of possibility, I'll show you to the side. There's this possibility, right, where we either swing down really heavily into the right hip or we're really hiking up the left hip really high. So I want you to think about being even across the pelvis as you're here in this space. Then see if your left ankle and your left hand come easily together. If they don't worry about it. You can work with them floating. Pull the belly button in, ribs back, and I want you to kick your left leg back. If it's in your hand, you can kick down into your hand. Notice sort of that urge to go forward. I want you to think more upright in your spine as you take your left leg back. We're going to stay 3 breaths. Bring the foot down. Stand into both feet. Feel that moment. Return to your sense of connection all the way through your body. And then if you're using a wall, switch sides. So the left hand's coming to the wall. Pour weight over into your left foot. Find that space to bring your right knee in line as you bend it. Yeah? Then we're going to think about this upright space in the body. The temptation is either to curl or to sort of like let go. And we want to have this connection in through the middle so we can lift the chest. If you have the capture of the right ankle, you take it. If you don't, you just think about what that would be like to have it. Okay? Push down through your right shin. Lift the center of your chest up. Maybe your left arm reaches. And I want you to pull your right knee back behind you. The hip is going to want to open the knee out. Keep the knees drawing together and pushing back as you lengthen the front of the body. Release this space. Nicely done. And we're going to come down to the floor. I'm going to have to check my visuals for you. But you're going to come down to your belly. There's nothing more delightful in my life right now than trying to figure out what I look like in the size of a camera. I've had more charming moments, but I'm glad we can be here together. Okay, lift the legs up individually and walk them back. So you can't see that action so well, but I'm lifting the left leg up and reaching back, and I'm lifting the right leg up and reaching back, and just thinking about opening the front of the hip flexors, okay? And then I'm gonna come up onto my elbows and do a little pull. So we can sort of press down into the elbows and drag forward. So as you drag forward, there's that continuing to open across the belly. And then I'm gonna snuggle the tailbone back towards my heels. Now, you can do the work up on your elbows if that feels better to you, or you can take the work down, rest your forehead on your wrists. Either of those spaces are fine. I'm gonna stay up so I can see the camera a little better. Shoulder blades onto the back. Bend your right knee, flex that foot, and lift the right knee off the earth. So that knee is gonna wanna go out to the side. I want you to pull your knees towards one another and lift the sole of the foot up towards the ceiling. And then release down. Release your right leg towards the floor. I'm going to double check my shoulders. I notice they're wandering. Woo, pull them back. Navel point in. Bend the left knee. Kick up. Release down. Extend the left leg. Exhale. Inhale. Bend your right knee and lift. Exhale down and release. Left leg bend, lift. Exhale, release. Right, bend, lift. Down, release. Left, lift. Down, release. Let's go one more time. Right leg, lift. Down, release. Left leg, lift. Down, release. Come down. Do stack your forearms. Rest your forehead. 3 breaths. Nice work. Okay, lift your head. And we're just going to play in the realm of the head. So I'm going to scoot myself back so you can see the realm of the head. You're going to have to imagine my feet, okay? My legs are extending back. I'm flexing my toes down into the earth. So my toenails are really pressing down into the earth behind me. Not tucked under, okay? We're pressing down. Soles towards the ceiling. Now, we're going to pull the head up. So stack your hands on your, and rest your forehead. Shrug your shoulders towards your ears and pull your shoulders back. And shrug your shoulders towards your ears and pull your shoulders back. Shrug your shoulders towards your ears and pull your shoulders back. Lift your low belly, low ribs. Inhale, lift your head up. Exhale, release down. Lift your right leg, walk back. Lift your left leg, walk back. Inhale, lift your head up. Exhale, release. 2 more. Right leg back, left leg back. Tip the tailbone, lift the head. Exhale. Left leg back, right leg back. Tailbone, shoulders, lift your head. 1 more. Right leg, left leg, tailbone, shoulders, lift, lower on down. Turn your left cheek and pause. Let your legs sort of flop out a bit. Appreciate the feeling of action within the body. As much fun as inaction is, action also provides a lot of sensation, a lot of feelings of vitality. Lift your head, rest your forehead, lift your left leg, place it down, lift your right leg, place it down, draw your chest forward, ribs up and back. Lift your head and swing your arms forward. And let's walk the elbows back so they're underneath the shoulders. So we're coming towards Sphinx pose. Then we're going to do a little bit of that shrug. So let your shoulders come towards your ears. Feel that. And then pull. Shoulder blades onto your back. Press down into your elbows. Lift your chest. Oh yeah. And then shrug it down. Shoulders, blades back and together. Press into your elbows. Lift your chest. So good. Shrug down. Pull the shoulder blades back and together. Push into your elbows. Lift your chest. 1 more. Shrug it down. Heads of the shoulders back. Shoulder blades together. Lift it up. Okay, let's stay. Imagine you can grip the mat with your fingertips and pull your elbows back. Draw your low ribs back now and take the center of your chest forward. Kick your elbows out to the sides, lower down, restack, turn your right cheek now. Pause, let your legs go slack. lift your head. Bring your forehead back towards the backs of your hands. Right leg lifts, set it down. Left leg lifts, set it down. Feel that openness across the front of your belly. And then we're going to bend both knees. You can't see those anymore. I'm going to shift around. Bend both knees. Send your feet up towards the ceiling. Okay? Now, we're going to see if we can lift the knees and lift the head is what's going to happen. There's going to be a temptation to take a lot of tension into your low back space. As we do this, I really want you to be lifting your belly up and taking your tail back as we're lifting the knees. So that the work of the belly muscles is really going to help to preserve the length of the lumbar spine. So let's give it a shot, see what happens. Okay? So stack those forearms. Walk the feet back one more time. Bend the knees. Flex the feet. Inhale where you are. Exhale, draw your navel point in, tailbone down. Inhale, lift your knees and your head. Exhale, settle down. Draw in. Inhale, lift knees and head. Exhale, settle down. Pause on this breath. Exhale, draw in. Inhale, knees and head. Exhale, release down. One more time. Exhale, draw in. Inhale, lift knees and head. Exhale, set down, pause. For some people, it feels really nice in the body to let the feet fall side to side. That can take some of the tension out of that low back space. Okay? I just realized another challenge with my setup today is I don't have the time. So I'm going to have to check that. Imagine. That'll be all right. Let's go ahead and come up to a seat. And I want you to send your legs away when you get there. And notice if you're rolling back. If you're really rolling back, grab that handy dandy phone book or a block or a towel. And let's get the bottom a little higher. You're just at the edge of that, so you can send your legs away and keep your spine upright, okay? We're going to go side to side. So, reach the arms up, inhale. Exhale, right hand down, lean to the right. Inhale, come up. Left hand down, lean to the left. Inhale, come up. Right hand down, lean to the right. Inhale, come up. Exhale, left hand down, lean to the left. Inhale, come up. Now, we're going to turn the belly and line up with that right knee. Hand is going to go on either side. As we go forward, the back of the left leg may decide that it wants to come with you. So I want you to think about planting that space down as you lift the belly and turn to the right leg. Fan out your right toes. Inhale. And then maybe you have a little exhale and lean forward. So maybe you do like little praying lizard space. Inhale up. Exhale. All those blue bellies, right? Inhale. Exhale. Little lizard prayer. Inhale up. Exhale, bend. Inhale, upright. Walk your hands in. See how things are. Notice what the sensations are from the inside of the body, okay? Reach your arms up on your inhale. Exhale, draw the navel point in. Turn the belly button to the left. Bring your hands to either side of the left leg. Now, little suction cuppy fingers. Slurp back. Draw your chest forward. Inhale. Exhale, maybe a little prayer. Bend down. Inhale, come up. Notice if your right hip is popping up with you. See if you can keep it down as you do your little prayer pulses. Inhale, up. Exhale, bow. Inhale, up. Exhale. Let's take it for a hold as we go off to the side, all right? So for this one, you could take your legs wider if that is in your practice. If it's not, it's okay to have the legs fairly close together, right? We don't have to be amazingly flexy to get benefit out of any of these poses. So press the heels down. For me, it's useful to bend the knees because that's sort of one of my spots of energetic release. So I'm gonna bend the knees so we can really invite the calf muscles and the quads to join me in the pose. My right hand is going to slide down my right leg. So I'm on the inside of my right leg here. And I'm going to use the hands towards the leg to help me get my right shoulder back. And then I'm just going to lean. Left hand could stay on the left hip. That would be perfectly fine. Or the left arm could start to reach out. Or there might be a moment where it feels useful and good to reach the arm up. So it looks more like a side angle pose. But I want you to check in, right? We're not rounding the spine here. We're thinking about dropping the left sit bone down, ischial tuberosity down, and lengthening through the two sides of the belly to get longer. And then maybe you close your eyes and take in breath and let it go. Inhale, come upright. Release your left arm down. Pause. Notice any information that showed up during that pose about tension or about a place that needs a little bit more strength. Bend your knees a bit. Press the heels down. Calves go up. Quads go down. Left hand is going to slide down the inside, fingertips on the floor, inside of the left leg. Right hand can come to the right hip. And you might use your right hand to help keep your right sit bone down on your prop or on the floor. If you've got it, you're like, yep, I got it. Then reach your right arm out. And if you still have got it, maybe you reach your right arm up. And if it's still there, there might be a lean to the side. Make sure that you're not doing a rainbow, right? That we're not shoving the side of the rib cage out. That we're gathering the side of the rib cage in as we're reaching. You might think about the left ribs rolling under you and the right ribs rolling up. Inhale, bring yourself upright. Use your hands to help your knees together. Draw your feet towards one another. We'll take a moment in Baddha Konasana. And I'm just putting gentle weight on my thigh bones here. And then I'm going to bring my hands behind my knees and assist the knees together. Okay? I'd like to invite you to find a chair or a stool or an ottoman that you can bring your forehead towards. I'm going to pull in my husband's work chair, which looks a lot like our dining room chairs, you'll find out, is right here in this room. So I'm going to grab that. You grab what you need. Okay, chair. So we're just going to set up the chair so it is facing us. And you have your prop, whatever you've been sitting on there. I'm going to double check the time. 12:02. All right, we have a few minutes for this pose. So sit down, facing whatever you're going to bring your forehead towards. The benefit of this pose, I don't know if it's a benefit, the yumminess to me of this pose is that because we're going to rest the forehead, the spine can round. So you can go into a little bit of that slumping space that we tend to avoid in yoga, okay? So I'm going to bring my forearms to the chair seat, and I'm actually going to take my legs out on either side. You could choose to do that. You can take your legs out on either side of your, whatever you open your head to, or you can do a little soles of the feet together moment, okay? So whatever you're going to do, find that space. And I'm going to angle a little bit more. I'm hitting my closet door here. Okay, forearms to the chair. Inhale. Think about the tailbone settling down, the ischial tuberosity settling down. Exhale, release your forehead towards your forearms. Let your legs go a bit. Rest your body. Even if you know you can go much lower, come to this partial space and give yourself the opportunity to slow down inside the partial space. This is intended as a moment of restoration. So think about it as your moment to decompose, to soften, to become part of the soil. This is the compost phase of yoga. If we're always action, then we use up all of the vitality. And if we're always in action, if we're always in decomposition, then there's no energy for to get up and go. But we need to have these times where the body gets to settle and the mind goes quiet. And we just experience. Experience the movement of your breath. Experience the temperature of the air along your skin. Experience the sense of your clothing on your skin. Experience the warmth inside your body.
What was the closest pencil I could find? Do you not like it? It's okay if you don't like it.
In this pose, take a little mental vacation. Take yourself to a beautiful place that that has all of the sensations you love. The right air temperature, the right clothing feel, the right skin on bone feel. And within that place, be drawn to a corner of it, to a sacred corner. And in that sacred corner, there's a cupboard. Open that cupboard and put inside the cupboard anything that is too heavy to carry on with. Maybe you're taking personal responsibility for the well-being of everybody in Claremont. Let us take care of ourselves a little bit. Put that in the cupboard. Put the things in the cupboard that you've been worrying about, that you have little or no control over. And then go ahead and close the cupboard drawer. And thank this beautiful sacred place for its ability to hold your burdens. And go back to your favorite space with the right temperature of air and the right glide of cloth against skin. And feel a little freer and a little lighter. All right, we're going to press down into the forearms. Lift the head up. Grab the edge of your chair and lean back a bit as you draw your shoulder blades onto your back. Maybe you take your head a little bit side to side. And then let's take the hands back behind us and roll the shoulders back. Lift the center of the chest. And then let's come all the way up. You could use your chair for your calves in Shavasana. So I'm going to take my fancy phone book out of the way here and swing my legs up in the Shavasana and then take the rest of my body towards the floor. And you may have to negotiate things so that you feel like you've got the right spacing so there's no tension. Or if you're not loving the chair in that space, then go ahead and move it off to the side and take yourself into a traditional Shavasana space, lying down on your back. And I'm going to give us that progressive relaxation we've been working on all week. So lying wherever you are, feeling your whole body. The temperature of the space that you're practicing in. The textures of the clothes on you. The way your hair falls away from your face. And feel your whole body here. As I name a body part, feel it intimately and do your best to allow it to take care of itself. Right great toe, left great toe, right second toe, left second toe, right third toe, left third toe, right fourth toe, left fourth toe, right pinky toe, left pinky toe, sole of the right foot, sole of the left foot, top of the right foot, top of the left foot, right ankle, left ankle, right shin, left shin, right calf, left calf, right knee, left knee, right thigh, left thigh, right hip, left hip, back of the pelvis, low belly, middle back, middle belly, front of the chest, back of the rib cage, right shoulder, left shoulder, right upper arm, left upper arm, right elbow, left elbow, right forearm, left forearm, right wrist, left wrist, right palm, left palm, right thumb, left thumb, right index finger, left index finger, right middle finger, left middle finger, right ring finger, left ring finger, right pinky finger, left pinky finger, back of the hand, front of the throat, back of the neck, jaw, tongue, soft palate, teeth, right ear, left ear, right cheek, left cheek, right eye, left eye, center of the forehead, back of the head, crown of the head, whole head, whole body, whole body, whole body. Start to deepen your breath. Move your fingers and your toes. into your chest. Roll over to whichever side is not going to encounter furniture or walls. Press down into your hands. Inhale, bring yourself up to a seat. Press your palms together in front of your heart space. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale and bow your head. Thank you so much for joining me for yoga this week. We'll be back with you on Monday as we continue. When I find out news about when the Claremont Club is beginning to open things up, then I will give you guys that heads up. The light within me salutes and honors that same amazing light in each and every one of you. Thank you so much for your practice. Be well, my dears. Be well.